MrMFretwell plays Minecraft, and in today's episode we're going to be working towards finishing a number of projects. So, after giving it a lot of thought and thinking about what it is I want to do, I've now decided it's probably best to leave anything else project-wise that I had planned and work on finishing the base as a whole. The 2 weeks have since passed that I talked about a while ago. We're approaching 3 weeks, if anything, and I'm worried now that we're beginning to get a little bit behind. I'm really excited about the new content, and I know you guys are too, and I could probably spend a lot longer here at the lab doing things, but there is a point where you have to say enough is enough. I'm kind of personally at a point where I feel complete now, having finished off the auto brewer last episode. There was a few projects that I could have done, but I want to focus on this for now. So this is probably going to be the last session of work at this base. I'm not sure if it's going to be the last episode or not. We'll have to see how much time I spend recording over the next few days, because the work that I have planned is not just work that's going to be done in a matter of days. It's probably going to take around a week, and I've already been pretty busy with different things, and later in the episode we're going to take a look at what I've already done, because you may be wondering as well why I'm cutting down birch trees. So, as part of my plans to finish the base off at the lab, this Mesa base, by the way, is finished. That was finished a long time ago. But at the lab, one of the things I want to do is actually stock my chests with supplies, all different blocks and materials, so that the storage room doesn't feel empty. If you guys want to download the world and build something, you'll have all different supplies to do that. So I've already done all the hardened clay and the stained clay, and you can see the big pit I dug. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at that really quick. There's a dungeon here, and I've not looked inside the chests yet. Let's take a look at that. It was a zombie dungeon. I shut it down. I was going to leave it until we were on camera to take a look inside the chest. Just more of the same redstone. That's useful. The iron ingot, I guess. I don't have any redstone left, so that's actually kind of handy. Bread, a music disc. Ooh, an enchanted book. Whoa. That's pretty good. Efficiency, fortune, fire aspect. More iron, a little bit more redstone. A name tag, I guess, if I wanted one. I guess I'll take these, and I'll put them away. I could use the chests. So I'll also come back here and harvest the mossy cobblestone out of the dungeon as well. So part of my plans are to go ahead and collect all the items that I can. And as I say, I've already done all the hardened clay types. They're all back at base. I'm working on wool. We're about halfway through the amount of wool we need. I'm currently working on wood, cutting all that down. I'm collecting iron while I'm working, which is why I did it over here. We have plenty of gold. I might spend a couple more nights at the gold farm, we'll see. I guess we can put this stuff in here, I suppose. That's weird though, that's been right there the whole time. I don't know how useful that would have been earlier. So, I've already started gathering a decent amount of supplies. I've done acacia, I'm doing birch now. I've done spruce, and the idea is to try and get around a row and a half to 2 rows of each item, at least with wood. With hardened clay, I was going to go for 2 rows, but I ended up doing 1 row because it was just simply taking too long, and I was getting a bit fed up. Honestly, I'm just sitting there and mining clay, and honestly, I don't know how many of you know this, or if you're new to the series, that kind of thing, but I don't have a haste beacon. I've never made a beacon in this series. I honestly don't even know where I would find a consistent volume of wither scores. I know there is a nether fortress by the Mesa portal, but even so, the amount of wither skeletons I've seen, if I've been roaming around, has been so slim, it would probably take me at least twice the amount of time to get on with all this work. Iron Golem just fell. So, in the grand scheme of things, I didn't see it as worth it. So that's why I've not gone ahead and made a haste beacon. It would have been useful, don't get me wrong, but we'll make a beacon at some point, I'm sure. I'm just not entirely sure when that will be. Won't be at the lab though, that's for sure. So now I'm working on the wood here. I've still got to go ahead and do sand for TNT, for glass, and for stained glass. I've already collected a decent amount of sand. I came out here with a bunch of supplies in this box to help me do the trees. I'm going to repair my armor shortly as that's getting low. I was worried about the helmet breaking, so I just put this on. I got it off a mob. So I've been grinding. I brought some diamonds with me so that I can continually repair my tools if I need to. Well, they're not in here. I don't know where they are now. They might be in this chest and I just missed them. Nope. I guess I must have put them away or something. I hope I didn't throw them out by mistake. That would be kind of sad because there was a lot of diamonds in there. I guess they must be back at base again now. I think I might have emptied out my ender chest, actually, while I transport the hardened clay, so that's probably where they've gone. So the objective is today to first off collect all those resources, and then we're going to finish the outside of the lab. We're going to put a fence up, we're going to light everything up, and that kind of thing, to really complete everything. I've already done a bunch of different things, such as little tweaks and such that we will look around when I get back to the lab in the next section of the video. But I did just want to kind of cut you in here and let you know what I was doing. So for me now, it's going to be going back to bone mealing and cutting down trees. As I say, I've already done acacia pretty much. I'm probably going to collect a few more acacia logs at one point or another. And then we're going to have to do oak. We're going to have to do dark oak. And is that everything? So we've done 1, 2, that will be 3, so... Oh, jungle, we also need to do jungle as well. But I'll make the giant trees, like those over there, for that. I'm probably going to have to go back for more bones soon too, because we're beginning to run low on bone meal. So I'll have to take a trip back and check out the chest there. But things are going well, albeit a little bit slowly. But, you know, it's to be expected when you're working on this type of task. The hope is to release the world download at the end of this session. Might not be this episode again, as I say. We might end up splitting it up into 2 episodes. But at the end of this session, there will be a world download available for you to check out. That will be probably the same episode we do the world tour, actually. So keep an eye out for the world tour episode. And that will be where the world download is. I know some of you have been rather eager to check out the world download in the comments, you know, and I really want to give it out too, so that you guys can experiment and mess around with what I've done in this world here and have your own adventures, that kind of thing. So I will be trying to get the world download out as soon as possible. I know I've been a bit guilty of being a bit slow to the draw in the past with that, but I'm going to try and keep on top of it if I can. And release it as soon as possible. So, planks wise, still need a few more planks, that's for sure. Let's convert these down here. Need a few more planks. What do we need here, planks wise? Or do we have enough now? I think we have enough. Oh, we're a few short of a stack of planks. So let's go ahead and get the stack of planks here. There we go. And then the rest we will be converting into stairs. And after we've done that, I'm probably going to collect some logs too. And then we'll be pretty much done for birch. So, back to work, I guess. Alright guys, so I've been very busy since the last clip you saw me. So, to give you an idea of where we're at now, the last clip was recorded on Sunday. That was recorded on Sunday afternoon. We are now on Thursday afternoon. So, in that time, pretty much every day, I have been working in the Let's Play world here, mainly collecting resources to fill up in the chests, as I explained in the last clip. But, I've also done a few other things which we're going to look at as well. So, I guess the first thing to do, though, is kind of show off what we've done here. So, all the chests are kind of, well, not all of them, most of them. For example, quartz, there's not really any of, because I didn't want to go on another quartz run. But most of the chests I have filled up, for example, As you can see, I did all the wood, TNT, bricks. I got a few bricks, iron bars. Basically everything on this floor has something in it now. The only exceptions to the rule would really be grass and mycelium, as I don't have a silk touch shovel, and collecting a lot of that would take a long time. So, beyond that, I've also worked on this floor as well, filling this up. So, as you can see, got all the wool colours. I did finish collecting that. The brewing supplies have moved. The brewing supplies moved to the actual brewery, as that made more sense to me. All the stained glass. A lot of these have been filled up. Tools, armour. Let's see, what else have we got? Item frames, books and stuff like that. I've put some in there. Sticks. Crops, the cakes and cookies. They've got lots of cakes, cookies, some bread in there. Cocoa beans, collected some sugar cane, carrots, potatoes. I farmed up melons for a while, along with pumpkins. I did mushrooms. Whoops, there we go. I did mushrooms. Did some more food-related items and stuff like that. So, we're in pretty good shape now. I have to say, pretty much all the chests are filled in. And beyond that, I did work on a few other things too. So I think before we start work on what I actually want to do, we should look that up. So I have a document put together for all this stuff in, which I'm going to look at really quick here. So, first thing, I think it was this side. The staircase. There was holes here in the side of the staircase where the redstone overlapped. I fixed those. I rotated the redstone so things look nice and flush and clean in here now. So I did that. This is probably something you've already seen, but I took your guys' feedback and lowered the redstone lamps in the floor down a block. And I have to say, it looks a lot better now than it did before. I don't know what that slime was doing there. So I have to say, that was a good decision. I appreciate everyone's feedback on that. I did some work over at the potion brewery. I added some redstone lamps over there, topped up supplies and redid some of the storage, and we'll look at that in the next episode on the world tour. I've half slabbed and cleaned up all the redstone that was around for the different farms and whatnot, so that when the world download is released, you guys can take a peek at the redstone and see how I did things in case you want to use it for your worlds, and it's nice and simple to see. It's not all wrapped around everything. Nice and clean and presentable. So I did that. I fixed the map. The map was broken on the surface. I've made those missing maps and got those all ready to go. I've got all the maps in a chest for right now because I just want to keep it nice and simple for a while and not lose any more maps. I integrated the pig farm into the storage system down below. That was not integrated. Oh, and I did say I would check out the pig farm now that it's actually got some more progress. There's not really too much to say, and we're over by the noisy farm animals. So all we have is a bunch of pigs in here. They get bread. We have a similar setup to the cow farm. The water pushes them through there, and when you kill them, the loot goes in the hoppers, and then I have a lever here to determine whether it should be sent to the storage system or not. Pretty simple stuff, but pretty effective, I have to say. Aside from that, sounds like it's raining, which is not good. Aside from that, I did the little bit of work in the potion lab as well. So down here is where I did the work. So added redstone lamps in here. I've done some item frame and inventory organization, and things are looking pretty good all around, I have to say. So we're in good shape with this room. This is pretty much done. So now the priorities that are left are, we still need to do some work on lighting up the surface. I have done some work on the surface, and I'll show you that soon here. So I need to light up some more. I need to finish off the road with the cyan stained clay and the half slabs up to excuse me, up to the ice farm. That's what we're going to do here in a second. I'm also bone mealing and putting down flowers and trees and stuff like that. We're also going to deal with this guy really quick. So I need to get myself a few supplies here as well. I did do some branch mining as well and got myself a decent amount of redstone. Actually, I didn't find all of this in branches. There was a cave system that I found along the way and checked that out and got a lot of redstone, so I'm pretty happy with that. Hello. Hello. Nice to see you again. So, where's my leather? Here it is. So what we want to do is we want to make ourselves an item frame. And we're going to deal with this book here. So, this was based off a suggestion that was put to me by my buddy, who I've mentioned many, many times in the past, Mondo. He suggested to me this book and quill to actually put this up in the lab. Because what this book and quill is, and it's been sat in my ender chest for a long time, is the master plan. We did an episode on it where I talked about what I wanted to do before we had anything built here, and what I wanted to achieve with the lab base. It might be an interesting read for some people, so we're going to put it up here in the lab where it's nice and obvious for people to see. We're going to start it off, that kind of thing. So, with all of that in mind, where should we put it? Kind of think it should be near the front door. Maybe here, on this. So the master plan, we'll title it that. If we can fit it all in, we can. So I can get this item frame down. Whoops. Put the book in it. There we go. So if you want to know more about my lab base and what I wanted to achieve, that is right there. So now we've done that, I can talk a little bit about what I did on the surface as well. So as you can see, probably the most notable addition is all of these redstone lamps. And I have walked around here at night. Everything's all lit up and pretty nice around here. And it's everywhere. It's all up to the map. It's all around here as well. And it looks really clean and presentable. We do still need to put cyan clay there. Then everything's looking in pretty good shape, I have to say. Got it all lit up around here. I've also started to do some bone mealing around places. As you can see, this was not decorated before. I'm waiting on getting a tree for here. I need to pick up some saplings and do some more bone mealing. Need some cyan clay for that. And also, probably the most pressing issue now is to build a path from here up to the ice farm, which is over there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and get some supplies in order to do that. I need some smooth stone to make some half slabs. I will also need to make some cyan clay as well. And then once we've done that, what we need to do is add the redstone lamps up there. Sort of follow the pathway that we create. And then that's the redstone lamps done. After that, all we have to do is sort of finish off the bone mealing of places and kind of clean up enderman damage, that kind of thing. So that's pretty much the major activity left to do. So let's go ahead and prepare for that. So we'll get some smooth stone out of the chest here. That'll probably be enough for now. Get these half slabs going. And I don't have any cactus green dye right now, so what we'll probably do is just formulate the path, I guess. I don't think I have any cyan dye. I certainly don't have any cactus green, I know that. So probably going to need a decent amount, but I'll pick up the lapis just in case. And cactus will be down here, so let's see. Wrong place. Cactus. You need a stack of that because you only get one per, so went ahead and got that. So let's go ahead and get a furnace set up. I know I have the auto smelter, but it doesn't have any fuel in it yet. And honestly, it's probably not going to have any fuel in it now. It was a good build, I just never got around to filling it with proper fuel. So that might be a challenge if any of you are world downloaders. This episode is pretty much dedicated to the world downloaders, honestly. Everything that we've done this episode, certainly as far as resource collection goes, is for the people who follow the world downloads, so hopefully you enjoy that. So let's sleep. Already a lot less monsters around. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from, bud? Every now and then I keep seeing a monster in here. I didn't see any monsters in here for probably 7 months, and then I had a creeper and a skeleton now. It's interesting. There must be a spot in here that's just not quite bright enough, and it looks like it's over here. Right there, look at that. Right on that spot. It's right where a monster could spawn, and there's honestly very little I can do about that. I might be able to put a glowstone to the other side of the wall, light it up that way. Or I could add a redstone lamp, maybe, on one of these corners here. I do have redstone lamps, so I could do that. Let me think. Do I want to do that? I guess so. Make some levers here. There we go. Does that light it up enough? Yeah. So that should eliminate that spawning spot. Okay, so sleep. Oh, I was gonna take a look at what it looked like, but never mind. I wanted to pass the rain. We'll probably see it again sometime. We'll definitely see it in the World Tour episode. So as you can see, for other lights, I've got to be careful of creepers around here, but I think we're actually in good shape because of the lights I've put down. As you can see, I've got these green stained glass down and this glowstone behind them. And what this is designed for is to light up the area without being too intrusive onto the landscape. And I really like that look, so I went with that. The skeleton down here. Hello. Oh, okay. Alright, that's fine by me. So let's go ahead and take a look at this road then, shall we? So we need to venture over here a little bit and sort of determine where we want to start this road from. Now, obviously the most sensible place is probably not here, even though it's the most direct, because we have to go up a pretty steep hill. We'd probably be better placed to do it around here, maybe, where the ground is a bit flatter. So we move this, and I'm sort of just going to drape the slabs on the landscape for now. Oh, they gave you seeds, I didn't know that. Nothing around? Good. I'm always paranoid of creepers around here, because I keep seeing them so often. So yeah, this is kind of the way we need to go here. And then maybe our corner would be right there. Then we would continue up. Like this. Whoops. Like so. Obviously this is going to need some terraforming, of course. It's not just going to be as simple as lay down the slabs and go. Get a nice view around here too. And then around here we probably need to take another turn and then hit this actually around where these slabs are here, because otherwise we're just going to run out of ground to stand on. And I'd rather it be only taken away than adding. So see, I've been repairing a lot of that enderman damage, but honestly, for all that you keep repairing, they keep removing, so it's sometimes not always worth it too much. Because it's just forever, it's a battle that you're forever engaged in, pretty much, with enderman. Let's see here. So, we've kind of made the turn now. So, if we were carrying on up this hill, we would end up going to around here-ish. And then we would go up to the top of this hill. over and around. And then pretty much from here go bolt this way. Well, we're under the snowflake now. Yeah, and that pretty much meets up with the entrance here. So, now that we have formulated that part, the next thing we need to do is bring up the other row of half slabs and then begin to terraform this road. And it's actually quite a bit longer than I thought it was going to be, honestly. But I guess it's just what happens sometimes. Alright, so let's connect back up to the main path here. Ah, laggy frame rate. That's one thing I'm not going to miss when I move on from here. So, we've gotten this far. So let's get up again and let's see where's the next part. Right here. Just having a little guideline is always a good start for me. So we need to go to here, and I'm going to take a sip of afternoon tea. Don't want to get all parched. There we go. So, while we're working on this, I guess I can give you a little bit of a, not really an update, but kind of a plan of action for the next couple of episodes. So, the next few episodes we are going to be doing a few different things. There's a lot of exciting stuff that we're going to be working on. Next episode will be our world tour together. Whatever happens, no matter how long today's episode is, it will be finished today. We're going to stop work after today's episode. I pretty much believe that once I've done this pathway and done a bit more lighting up and bone mealing, that the base is pretty much done. So I guess we'll connect it up like that right there. So next episode will be our world tour, where I'm going to go all around the lab and the mesa, and we will briefly kind of skim over everything and what it is and what it does and how it works, that kind of thing. And then in the episode after that, we will be going on a final 1.7 adventure. We're gonna just explore somewhere, I don't know where, probably go out over by the mesa, somewhere that way, and just go on an adventure. And while we do that, I'm gonna do a bit of a talky episode, and we're gonna talk about sort of my post-mortem of the lab and my feelings on it as a whole. That will be the video after that. And then the video after that, which I believe coincidentally works out to be episode 150. Not like I'm definitely not planning it that way or anything. Episode 150 will be our first video in Minecraft 1.8. So, exciting times ahead, that's for sure. Alright, so that's kind of the plan for the next few episodes at least. After that, I don't know, because I don't really know exactly what's going to happen in 1.8. I don't know. I do know, what I can tell you is I do know that we will be getting a supply package together, moving on from the lab, building a portal far away in the nether, and then coming out somewhere. But I don't necessarily know exactly where that is or any information about that because we've not been there yet, so we'll just have to see. This here is... well, it needs some work, that's for sure. So honestly, I'm really excited about the next few episodes. The world tour I'm really excited about doing with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun to talk about everything and the journeys and stuff we've had together. By the way, if you hear any sort of ringing in the background, it's a damn boiler on the blink again. It said it was fixed, it was not. People lie in these industries, folks. um, so I'm really excited about doing that world tour. Definitely keen on doing that. And then a little adventure will be a lot of fun and a good way to end. Talk a little bit and have a bit of a post-mortem about the lab. And then 1.8. Exciting times. Really excited about 1.8. As I've explained in the past, I'm not going to cover this ground again, but as I say, I don't really know what's in the update, per se, because I've been avoiding spoilers to try and keep it as fun and as entertaining for me as possible. Oop. Magically reappeared in front of my face. So, this is going to be trouble. I can already foresee the trouble that we're going to have here. Let's try and do this a little bit easier here. That needs to be like that. I do have some more slabs, so that's fine. Let's try and collect these. There we go. And here, kinda need to make this into a staircase of sorts. How's this? What does this look like now? There's kind of a cliff there, so I don't know as we... Do I want to tear out that cliff? It would be kind of difficult to then reshape the landscape, so probably not. We'll just remove the half slabs and then resume again right here. So this needs to go like that. Oh, I guess as well now we can see what it looks like. We'll go back in a sec here and take a look at that. So this needs to become a double slab. Well, that certainly that does, as does that, and as does that. This then needs to become a double slab. Let's see. We want to take these away and do something a bit like that. Now we're going to have to do again a little bit of terraforming here to make it look better than it currently does. That's okay. Enderman damage hole. That looks pretty good as is. We may need to bulk out the front a bit here though. Don't want it to just be a straight staircase though, if I can help it. There we go. Whoop. Sliding down the hill. There's a creeper over there. I've got to be careful of them. I don't want them blowing up my nice pathway. There's a zombie over there. I don't know if he's coming or not. No, it doesn't look like it. So, another creeper over there in the distance. He's not going to be a problem though. Let's continue to work on the pathway here. Honestly, I don't know if it's easier to go lower here. I think it might be. Let's do that. There we go. Skeleton with armor on over there now. And this here will be a double. And this will be a single. Yeah. Looking good. Now over here we kind of wanna... Is that creeper still around? I'm kind of worried about him. Yeah, we've still got a ways to go, haven't we, with this pathway? Before we get anything anywhere near what we need. Oof, yeah, definitely. So I'm probably going to work on the rest of this actually off camera because kind of getting to be a bit too long here, folks. We've kind of got a difficult situation here with this cliff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this one for sure, so I'll definitely look into doing that off camera. But, you know, we got the basic layout down, and that's the important thing. So let's take a look at what this looks like at night. Pretty cool, eh? I'm pretty happy with it. Everything's nice and well lit. There's no monsters around. Oh, a skeleton spawn there. I can't completely eliminate every single spawning spot that ever exists. Like, there's a spider right here, but he's neutral. There is some spawning spots that mobs could spawn on, but if I wanted to eliminate every last spot, I'm probably going to end up making the thing look more ugly. And that was not the purpose of it. The purpose of it is just to keep monster spawns thin, if I can. A monster every now and then is not too much of a problem. Over here is definitely still a disaster area. There still needs to be some light put down over there. Probably swing around the back of the lab as well. One option I thought about is actually lighting everything up and putting a fence around it. I don't know as I'm going to do that, because I think it might detriment to the looks, but every now and then these zombies path from dark areas, so I'm not counting these zombies here. Everything actually looks pretty much safe, to the point where I can walk around here relatively comfortably. I couldn't walk around here without my heads-up display on and with something other than a sword out, but on the whole, I think this is pretty good. As I say, we've still got work to do around here yet, so it's not 100% complete. But either way, I'm pretty happy with the status of it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now, off camera, is I'm going to go ahead and finish off that pathway. I'm going to get the redstone lamps down for it, so that it's all nice and well lit, all the way up there. And then I am going to probably work on lighting up a few more areas and doing a bit of bone mealing, that sort of thing, before we call it a day, I guess, for the episode. We'll take a look at the finished product here shortly. Oh, and yeah, there we go. That's been bugging me for a long time too. So that's that done. So I'm going to get to work once again after I've passed the night, and I will be back in a little while. Well, that's it. We're all done, folks. That's it's the end of the lab. Just finished transferring the string. Everything is now done. I'm pretty happy with the way that everything's turned out. I did the final wave of work on the surface just recently, since the last clip you saw me. We're going to take a look at that. So, as you can see, I have put down a lot of flowers. I've also added in these lights everywhere. They're all around the back as well. Whoops. I've got all flowers throughout here. This is the pathway that we were just working on, now complete. Runs up here to the ice farm rather conveniently. I got a few trees in here as well as some more flowers. Really balanced out the look of everything. I've also taken care of a few more small jobs here and there, like the transferal of string, as I was running low on that, and so on and so forth. Bit snowy up here, but not too bad. As you can see, we run up here to the ice farm. Oh, you know what? I need to bring one white stained glass up here to fill in that gap, and then we will be totally done. So we're not quite there yet. I keep finding little jobs here and there that need to be done, but nothing significant. Just little jobs like that. So there's the lab, fully finished, everything done that I want to do. As I say, next episode we will be working on that world tour video, and we'll kind of look through everything one more time as a whole. We'll also check out the Mesa again before we say our goodbyes, and the world download will be released next episode, so stay tuned for that. along with the new map render as well. That will also be being released. As you can see, I've really fine-tuned everything around here as well. We're looking pretty good now. I'm pretty happy. It's pretty sad to be leaving the lab, but it's going to be fun, what we're going to be doing. So this is the right decision for me to leave now. We'll be upgrading to 1.8 in the video after next, and be on to adventures anew. So that's pretty much everything, folks. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I've had a lot of fun over the past 10 months producing content at this base. We'll talk more again next episode about this base as a whole and what the plans are now for MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. But for today, guys, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. So until then, see you later, and have a good day.